you have to invest. You have to make that money grow. You really have to save. Set aside. Huwag mong i-invest. Huwag mong gastusin.
Tama.
Don't invest it in risky
Tama.
portfolios, hindi ba?
Sometimes it's too painful and costly to make mistakes.
Yes.
When greed sets in, logic goes out.
Walang 2 to 5% interest a month. Imposible. Scam talaga yan.
If I would have to ask you, ano siguro pinakamahirap na ikaw personally na dinaanan mo?
It's a tough question.
Guys, for today, we are so blessed having an opportunity, syempre, to invite a person and to talk about, yun nga, his career, his life. This man needs no introduction. Kilalang siya na bilang isang broadcaster, batikan na broadcaster, at marami na pong mga awards na pinanalunan, especially in the field of broadcasting and host. Let us welcome, syempre, to our show, no other than Mr. Rico Hisan!
Chinky!
Yes.
Thank you so much!
Thank you.
Grabe, ang ganda nitong studio mo.
Salamat, Boss
Oh,
Rico.
ganda with all the toys. I admire all your artworks, all your bear bricks. Talagang kahanga-hanga.
Hindi, alam mo naman, tayo ay na-influence lang ni Julius Babaw. Siya may kasalanan nito
Siya
lahat.
may kasalanan.
Oo.
Oo.
So, Rico, yun nga, I'm really so excited to have this opportunity to talk to you. So, in your years naman, of your years of interviewing successful people, I'm sure, can you name a few of the successful people na talagang nakausap mo na personally?
Isa, si Chinkitan.
Hindi, yung ano naman, yung talagang...
Well, a lot of successful personalities. Especially ngayon sa ating mga kabataan, yung mga K-pop
Yeah.
sensations tsaka K-drama. Kagaya ni Ji Chang-wook, Lee Ha-jun, Kim Seon-ho.
Wow.
So,
Grabe.
across the board, I've interviewed President Bill Clinton.
Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. I've also interviewed several Filipino presidents from si President Noynoy Aquino, President Fidel Ramos, President Erap Estrada, President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad.
Wow.
I've interviewed Kobe Bryant, si LeBron James,
Wow.
David Beckham, among the celebrities, si Emma Stone, si Harrison Ford, quite Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. Kasi lahat ng mga kaiponaryos, no, yung people who have an aspiration, no, to have a better life. So for you, you had a successful career in media, definitely. Pero tell us yung journey mo. Kasi not everyone knows na how you started. Paano ka ba nag-umpisa?
Well, it started way back in 1988, Chinky, no? Di ba? Oh, di ba? Tanda
Okay.
ko na. I'm 58 years old already.
Oh, talaga?
58 years old. So it all started, my aspiration was to really become a correspondent, a news correspondent.
Ano ibig sabihin ng news?
Reporter.
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 Oo.
Kasi when I was young, nanonood ako ng balita together with my mom, my late mom. Nanonood kami ng mga GMA Balita, Newswatch, yung mga evening primetime newscast. Tapos I said, I want to be like that person sa television. Reporting where the action is happening. So talagang naging dream ko yun. So I really wanted to improve my communication skills. Sumama ako sa mga declamation contest, bigkasan, talumpatian.
Wow.
Oo, when I was in grade school and high school, interpretative reading. So that's where I was able to enhance my communication skills. Tapos, sinabi rin ng nanay ko, kung gusto mo talaga maging reporter, di kailangan magbasa ka rin ng dyaryo.
Tama.
So at that time, of course, wala pa naman tayong iPad, wala pa namang internet. Nagbabasa ako ng dyaryo, front page, back page, business page, sports page, lahat na. I wanted to really be like a sponge para to learn about news and public affairs. So doon talaga nag-umpisa nung grade school, high school. Tapos kumuha ako ng communication arts, journalism sa De La Salle University. Pero nung sinabi sa akin ng daddy ko, huwag ka kumuha ng ganyan, Rico, kasi walang pera sa journalism. Kailangan meron kang konting background in business. So, kinuha ko rin ang business management
Okay.
sa La Salle. So, double degree tayo.
Wow.
And then, ang ginawa ko, nag-apply ako sa GMA News. Walang opening.
Oh.
Walang opening at that time. So, meron akong kaibigan na siya yung host ng Uncle Bob's Lucky 7 Club, si Jody Stewart. Kiddie show.
Oo.
Sinabi niya, dito ka na muna. This could be basically one step in the door.
Tama.
Na pwede kang sumama sa news. Ipapakilala kita sa mga tao sa news and Public Affairs Department. So nag-umpisa ako doon bilang production assistant. Nagsusulat ng script sa Manila paper kasi dati wala namang teleprompter.
Tama.
Oo. So ako rin nag-edit, ako rin bumibili ng kape at pagkain para sa mga host.
Wow.
So,
talaga?
Oo. Taga-timpla talaga ako ng kape. And then, after that, sinabi ko, gusto ko naman mag-news kasi ito sa kiddie show.
Pero bago mag-news muna, ang question ko lang, magkano sweldo?
Sweldo.
Oo, yung first sweldo
A
mo.
month.
Oo.
1,000 pesos a week, 4,000 pesos a month. Tapos, kakaltasin mo pa dyan yung withholding tax na 20%. So, lumalabas. Ang konti na lang ng kinikita ko. Pero, I was determined. I persevered. I worked hard. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, gusto ko talagang makapasok sa news. Tapos, pinakilala ko sa news department, kay Tina Monzon Palma, pero sinabi nila, wala pa kaming opening for a reporter's job. So, kung pwede, segment producer ka na muna ng Issues and Answers hosted by Attorney Art Borjal. Tapos, meron pa akong isang racket, Viewpoint with Attorney Dong Puno. Yun ang mga racket ko. So, I was production assistant, tapos naging segment producer. Tapos, after that, 3 years, ginawa ko yun. Parang sinabi ko, bakit talaga I'm not made for news. I was not made to become a news correspondent. This was not my fate.
Oh, kasi ang back di ba? Nasa back ng camera ka.
Behind the cameras, di ba? More of production. Tapos sinabi sa akin ni Attorney Dong Puno, who was my mentor, sabi niya, Rico, magtatayo ako ng isang business program. Kasama natin si Vicky Morales. Ang pangalan, Business Today, noong 1991. Sabi ko, thank you so much, Attorney Dong. This was my dream to become correspondent and also a news anchor. So, sumama ako sa kanya. Doon nag-build talaga yung aking career as a broadcast journalist.
Wow.
Oo. Tapos, nakita nila yung potential ko to be in front of the camera. So, at that time, naging parang pinch hitter ako ng GMA Network News.
Pag may nag-a-absent.
Oh,
guys, ang ibig sabihin ng pinch hitter po, ang ibig sabihin niyan, pag may nag-absent, taga-sub.
Oo. Parang replacement news anchor, hindi ba? Tapos na-discover ako doon, tinawagan naman ako ng Sari Manok Channel. Kasi wala akong exclusivity contract sa GMA. So pwede akong mag-moonlight, pwede mag-racket sa ibang projects. Sari Manok Channel is now the Filipino channel. It is the ABS-CBN news channel. But at that time, it was called the Sari Manok Channel, and there had a daily program called Stock Market Live at the Makati Stock Exchange. So inimbita ako, I became the co-host of Veronica Pedrosa. So we were reporting about the daily movement in stock prices. Kasi at that time, open outcry. Hindi yung
wala pang
digital,
computer, wala
pang computer. Sasabihin nila, we want to buy 10 stocks of this company, 100 stocks of this company. Talagang, it was so exciting to be on the trading floor of the Makati Stock Exchange. So one thing led to another, and that's how I really was able to build my career in broadcast journalism with the business reporting.
How has yung career naman sa media influenced naman in terms of your personal finance and success? Kasi dalawa yan eh.
Oo.
Yeah, I'm sure may relation yan eh. Kasi nag-umpisa ka with 1,000 a week ng lead. So paano na-influence yun?
Alam mo, yung daddy ko knows how to save. My parents are very thrifty individuals. So, even when I was young, lagi nilang tinuturo sa akin how to save money and ilagay sa aking piggy bank or sa aking passbook sa bangko. So, ang ginagawa ko, when I was in grade 1, grade 2, tas sa Lasal Green Hills, yung mga bata, kagaya ko, hindi binibigyan ng cash. Binibigyan kami ng meal ticket. So, I was given like a 5 peso meal ticket every day para sa aking lunch and merienda. So, ang ginawa ko, nalaman ko na kung bibili ka ng meal ng 2 pesos and 50 centavos, yung cash, ibibigay nila yung butal. Ibibigay nila sa iyo yung change. May sukli pa. Oo. So that's how I started saving. Lagi ako nag-iipon, lagi kong tinatabi yung 250 a day ko doon ko linalagay sa piggy bank or sa aking alkansya. Doon ko linalagay. So sinabi ng parents ko, grabe ka, Rico You're starting early, di ba? Kailangan yung meal ticket, kailangan gastusin mo lahat yan eh.
Pero ikaw, matalino ka talaga.
I was wise to only buy a meal for 250 and save the remaining 2 pesos and 50 centavos.
Wow. So nung na-open mo yung ipon mo, magkano na yung first, if you can still recall?
Well, maybe if I can recall, maybe mga 300 pesos.
Malaki na yun.
400 pesos. Oo, malaki na yun. At ang ginagawa ko dun sa perang yun, pag umuwi yung parents ko sa Pampanga, kasi taga Pampanga kami, no? Pupunta kami ng Nepomart.
Nepomart. Yes.
Kasi at that time, nung late 70s, dun lahat ng mga PX products.
Yes, I
Hindi
remember.
ba?
I remember.
Kung gusto mong bumili ng PX products, chocolates, damit, Faded Glory, hindi ba? Nick, mga gano'n. Di ninyo alam yan. Kami lang ni Ching kami alam yan. So, pupunta ako doon kasi PX goods Doon pa rin yung Clark Air Base sa Pampanga. So, maraming linalabas ng mga PX goods. Big fan ako ng G.I. Joe. So, yung savings ko, binibalan ko ng G.I. Joe. Yung mga nagsasalita.
Yes.
Oo. Yung mga, which are basically very rare these days.
Oo nga.
Which sell for maybe about 5,000-6,000 pesos, no? For a bad quality. Kung mint condition yan, maybe mga 10,000 pesos. So I would buy them only for like 150. So yun talaga yung luho ko. Bumibili ng action figurines. So binili ko G.I. Joe, $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman.
Grabe.
Yan ang binili ko
Grabe.
at that time. With my savings when I was in grade school. Oo.
O kaya guys makinig po kayo kung gusto nyo talagang magkaroon, yun lalo sa mga anak nyo, mas maganda yung pinag-ipunan nila.
Yes.
Di ba? Iba yung feeling
Oo.
Tama?
Talagang, that's true. Yung pinaghirapan mo talaga yung binibili mo. Tapos, in high school naman, Chinky, nagtrabaho ako. Sinabi ng parents ko, anong pang gagawin mo sa summer vacation mo? Sinabi ko, gusto ko mag-basketball. Tapos sinabi nila, bakit hindi ka mag-part-time? Sinabi ko, saan? Ayun, nagkakaroon ng opening for summer interns for McDonald's. So, nagtrabaho ko sa McDonald's in second year, third year, fourth year, and in first year college. During summer, and also during term breaks. Nagtatrabaho ako.
Saan branch?
Sa Green Hills.
Yeah.
The third branch of McDonald's. Kasi
Yan ba yung
una,
gitna?
Moraita.
Oo.
Tapos Cubao. Yun ang nasa gitna. Hanggang ngayon, nandun pa rin siya.
Sa tapat ng Liching Tea House.
Correct.
Grabe.
So, trabaho ko doon, what I would do is, they would drop me off sa Rustans, tapos kukunin ko yung love bus papuntang Green Hills. Tapos after work, love bus ako, pabalik ng Rustans sa Makati. Tapos sinusundo nila ako. Kasi sabi ko, why will you spend so much to bring me all the way to Green Hills?
Tama.
Di ba? You will be able to save by just putting me on the bus, tapos pupunta ako ng Green Hills para magtrabaho sa McDonald's. So, yung savings ko naman dyan, Chinks, nagtabi ako, tapos bumili rin ako ng mga Perry Top Cider. So, hindi ako humingi.
Throwback na throwback.
Oo, throwback na throwback. Tsaka Sebago. At
Oo.
tsaka, kasi nandyan sa harap ng Odyssey,
Tama.
I was a vinyl record collector. So doon talaga pumupunta yung aking savings. Tapos yung binibigay ng parents ko para sa akin, binibilang ko rin ng vinyls. Tapos yung collection ko lumaki talaga, mga 1,000, mahigit 1,000. Tapos yung Sperry's ko, well, bulok na yung iba. Pero yan talagang binibili ko. Tsaka G.I. Joe.
Siyempre naman, yun nga, you're with CNN and then marami kang mga recognition and awards na nakuha. Can we name a few of the recognition and awards?
Well, what I'm really proud of, and this is all team effort, hindi ba, Chinky? No one wins an award without a great team behind the news anchor. So we've won several awards. The latest would be the Golden Goddess. Ang pangalan, kumbaga.
Pakita
The
natin.
Golden Goddess.
Yan.
Ito yung Golden Goddess.
Wow.
This is the best factual presenter. The best factual presenter in Asia. This is the Asia's Emmys. It's the Asian Academy Creative Awards. So, I just won that last December 2023. Tapos, meron pang isa, in January, the Asian Television Awards Best News Anchor.
Wow,
So,
kailan
this
yan?
is
2024.
2024,
Wow.
January. So, this is my third Best News Anchor Award at the Asian Television Award. Tapos, of course, alam naman ng lahat na nagsara ang CNN Philippines. So, pinasalamatan ko rin, di ba, yung management na kahit na alam na nila na magsasara kami at marami na ring umakyat na rin yung utang at saka yung talo because of the pandemic and the lack of advertising, pinadala pa rin ako sa Singapore at saka sa Vietnam to be able to attend this event.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I'm really really proud. I'm really
Galing.
proud of these awards.
Ako ito
This
mga
recognition.
pagka nangailangan na ako o nangailangan, pwede ba ito isanla?
Pwede isanla. Oo, pupunta tayo sa pawn shop.
Sige.
So, and ito, I'm the first Filipino to win back-to-back.
Wow.
Oo, itong recognition na ito. Parang ito yung grand slam of for news anchors, ang Asian Academy Awards and Asian Television Awards. No one has ever done it
Pero may
in the region, in Asia.
pero may kasama ka mga competition ng mga international.
Oh yes, oo. Like for example, sa Asian Academy, there were 8 nominees from China, Taiwan, India, South Korea, Japan. Diyan, only one person represents each country. Tapos sa Asian Television Awards, we were also 8 nominees from various countries in the region.
Sobrang nakaka-proud to. So yan, pag-usapan naman natin. So, let's talk about, syempre, ito, challenge yan eh. Ikaw personally ba, umabot ka ba sa punto ng buhay mo that you experience financial challenge in your life?
To be honest with you, no. I'm a kind of person, Chinks, that I really want to work all the time. I'm not just satisfied with what I have, but I still take on other projects if possible. Posting jobs, moderating jobs, because that's what I really truly enjoy. And I always save the professional fees from those projects, set it aside for the rainy days. Diba? We never know kung magkakasakit tayo. Diba? Hindi natin alam. There'll be other challenges in our lives that we'll have to face. So it's always good to have a safety net.
Yeah, we call it emergency fund.
Emergency fund. That's
Yeah.
right. An emergency fund. Kasi sinabi mo nga sa akin nung in-interview kita, you have to have at least a 6-month emergency fund.
Yeah.
Diba? 6 months of your monthly salary,
Yeah.
itabi mo for an emergency fund.
Tama.
Yeah.
Para within 6 months, mga kababayan at mga nakikinig, just in case, yun nga, mawalan ng trabaho, minang kita, sa loob ng 6 na buwan, pwede kang itawid na hindi ka ma-stress, hindi mo kailangan mangutang.
Yes.
Di ba? Kasi, alam mo, pinakamasakit yan, Rico, is nawalan ka na ng work, and then kailangan mo mangutang para pambayad mo ng bahay.
Correct.
Let's say, may binabayaran kang hulugan. Eh, syempre, meron ka ring babayaran ng pagkain, kuryente. Mangungutang ka ulit. Eh, wala kang trabaho.
That's right.
Eh, syempre, mangungutang ka ulit para to find work. So, imagine mo, you have to borrow from 3 different people 3 times. And then, ito pinakamasakit. Once you start making money, pag may pera ka na, saan mapupunta lahat ng pera?
Sa pinangutangan mo, hindi ba? So you really have to save. Set aside. Huwag mong i-invest. Huwag mong gastusin.
Tama.
Don't invest it in risky
Tama.
portfolios, hindi ba? Kailangan, if ever, ilagay mo lang sa isang time deposit,
Yeah.
sa isang corporate bond,
Yes.
hindi ba? Something that will really deliver you a constant yield on a monthly or a quarterly basis. Huwag mo gastusin sa yung kailangan mo yung pera sa isang buwan or sa susunod na buwan.
Totoo.
Kasi you cannot liquidate, di ba? Yung pera na yon from an investment, let's say, in a stock market.
Ay, hindi. Kung nalugi, bumagsak ang stock. Kunyari,
That's right.
binili mong 100, naging 50 pesos, lugi ka na ng 50%.
Lugi ka na. That's
Kaya ang
right.
pinaka-best yan, mga kapatid, kung meron kayong mga extra money na tinatawag emergency fund, ang pinaka-best yan talaga, i-invest nyo sa mga e-banks ngayon. Electronic banks. Do you know that they offer 3.5 to 6% interest per annum?
Net.
Net.
Wow, ang taas niyan.
Oo,
That's
mga
true.
depends. So after tax siguro mga mga bababa na mga 20%, less than 20%. But still, it's bigger compared to the traditional bank of 1%.
Oo.
Yan ang pinakamaganda.
Well, yan, kung nasa savings. Pero kung ilalagay mo sa isang time deposit, mas mataas. Usually, gross niyan is about 6%, tapos net, mga 5%.
Tama.
Di ba?
Tama.
So, doon ka rin kikita. Better than a savings account.
Exactly.
Na sobrang baba talaga ng interest rate.
Yeah, so would you say kasi, ako, naniniwala ako that once you interview someone, like I'm interviewing you right now, I get to learn from the person.
Yes, yes.
And would you say that, yun nga, learning from other people's mistakes and experiences is the best teacher?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
if you can recall, ano yung talagang interview na hindi mo makalimutan? Parang wow. Yung parang nagkaroon ka ng light bulb moment nung may sinabi siyang mga ideas. Sino yun at ano yung lesson na isa na nakuha mo?
I would say, ang nakausap ko dyan si Bill Gates. I interviewed Bill Gates when I was with CNBC Business News. And we were talking about...
Live kayo?
No. It was basically, he was in Washington,
Okay.
Washington State, and I was in the studio
Okay.
in Singapore. By just talking to him, you could really feel his passion for technology, for information technology. You could feel that he wanted to grow the information technology highway and the software business. And when I interviewed him, I told myself, wow, this man has a vision. He has a dream. He's a visionary.
Okay.
And he really wants to make technology the backbone of our life. And we saw that happening from the late 90s all the way until today, which is artificial intelligence. So he was one of the people that I interviewed that really
Made an impact, no?
made an impact on me.
Oo.
Another one is also Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer is also from Microsoft.
Okay.
Oh, from Microsoft.
Okay.
He succeeded Bill Gates.
Okay.
He is now the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers basketball team in the NBA.
Ano naman
He was
natutunan?
very charismatic. And you know what? That's where I learned from him my style of speaking.
Paano?
Engaging. He's very engaging with the public. He's like a cheerleader for technology, a cheerleader. And when I would see him speak, the way he would answer questions, wow, I was just truly inspired. And I said, oh, I want to be a public speaker like
Steve Ballmer.
Oh,
Oh,
Steve
wow.
Ballmer. And then, also, when I spoke with President Bill Clinton, very charismatic.
Talaga?
Oh, very charismatic. I learned a lot because us being public figures and public speakers, we have to really know how to engage with our audience, hindi ba, Chinky? And these have really been inspirations in my life. Sino pa ba? Maybe among the women, Tyra Banks,
Ayan.
supermodel.
Yeah.
She was a supermodel. I interviewed her and she was really a great inspiration as well in terms of her life, in terms of how she started in modeling. Diba? Different people from different industries, not necessarily media. It could be in sports, it could be in entertainment, and they could really truly inspire you.
Wow, grabe. In terms of no man is an island eh. Sino masasabi mo talaga ang tumulong sa'yo at nag-mentor sa'yo to become a Rico Dizon?
When it comes, of course, to my life, to my being a money manager, knowing how to save, I would say it's really my father.
Okay.
My father was my role model. He would always teach me na, Rico ha, don't spend beyond your means. Kailangan mag-budget ka lagi. Huwag ka gumastos ng mas malaki kaysa sa sweldo
Income.
mo.
Okay.
Hindi ba? And then, of course, and then he always would tell me, Rico, you have to invest. You have to make that money grow. So, but my dad kasi is very conservative. He would always tell me, maglagay ka ng pera sa time deposit.
Oh.
Kahit 1 month, 2 months. Tapos, ang gagawin mo doon, yung principal at saka yung interest, i-roll over mo after 1 month or maybe after a 3-month tenure. Hindi ba? So, lagi niyang sinasabi yan sa akin. And then he said, always, kung may pera ka, mag-invest ka sa property.
Oo.
Diba?
Oo.
Property.
Which you're doing, I'm sure.
Which we're doing.
Oo.
Oo. And then when it comes to my style in interviewing, I would say Attorney Dom Puno is my mentor.
Okay.
Oo. He really taught me a lot on how to prepare for interviews, research, reading topics, knowing the issues. Sinabi niya, Rico, lagi ha, hindi mo lang babasahin yung front page na isang dyaryo. Kailangan basahin mo rin yung opinion page. Because sa opinion page, that's where you'll get more ideas of how to tackle a subject, how to tackle an issue. Because ang dami-dami mo mga columnists with different perspectives about different issues. And he said, kailangan basahin mo talaga yung dyaryo. Well, at that time, no? Front page, all the way until the back, kahit yung obituary.
Wow.
Kailangan alam mo rin yan, hindi ba? You always have to keep yourself informed. That's why I would really like to thank him because even in my shows, when I moved to CNN Philippines, I basically was able to merge the concepts, the program ideas from CNBC and BBC World News. Nasama ko talaga lahat sa CNN. Kaya I can talk about politics.
Yan.
I can talk about personal finance.
Tama.
I can talk about the stock market, business news, interest
Galing.
rates.
Galing.
Di ba lahat? Art, lifestyle, culture, sports. Di ba? And you know what, Chinks? You can't learn that overnight eh. Kailangan that is through many, many years. At saka like tayo, meron tayong stock knowledge.
Tama.
Meron tayong stock knowledge. So even during interviews, like ito ngayon, di ba? Yung experience mo, yun ang follow-up question mo.
Tama.
Hindi ba?
Tama.
You don't need notes. You don't need to ask question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. It's like a free-flowing conversation. Kasi meron tayong stock knowledge ikaw on personal finance and business.
Mhm.
Diba? So, yun, natutunan ko talaga kay Attorney Dong Puno.
So-
He taught me to read.
Sa
And
finance,
ask questions
Yeah.
to other people.
sa finance si Papa. Sa ano naman, let's say sa media, si Dong Puno.
Mm.
Meron pa bang ibang mentor na naka-influence talaga sa
Well, si Mami.
Mm.
My mom. Kasi kung hindi nanonood ng balita yung mami ko sa GMA, sa Channel 9, tsaka Channel 4, tsaka Channel 2, well, maybe I will not be here kasi hindi rin ako manonood ng balita. Because she was watching that every day and she also reads the newspaper. Nagbabasa rin ng mami ko. She was able to influence me
Mhm.
a lot. So, my mom, my dad, and Attorney Dong Puno.
So guys, yun nga, napakahalaga na tayo, maghanap din tayo ng mga magagaling sa
Role
atin.
models.
Oo. 'Di ba? Kasi it's so hard. It's so hard to do it on your own, to learn from your mistake. Kasi
Yes.
I always tell people na sometimes it's too painful and costly to make mistakes.
Yes, yes.
Like for example, OFW ka, tapos meron kang retirement fund mo, hindi mo alam, ininvest mo na scam ka.
Mm.
'Di ba? How can you recover from that?
Yes, yes.
Financially, mentally, emotionally.
Oo.
Lalo na kung may edad ka
Yung mga
na.
pyramid scheme.
Oo.
Oh my goodness.
Di ba?
I was burned.
Ikaw?
I was burned. Oh, there was one time.
Ha?
Oh, isang kaibigan ko, sinabi niya, okay, Rico, mag-invest ka ng 50,000 pesos, tapos 2% a month, tapos nagbibigay sila
Cheque.
ng cheque.
Oo.
Of course, at that time, kaumpisa ko pa lang as working for GMA. So, 50,000 pesos, chicks, ang laki rin yan. So, ang nabalik lang sa akin, mga 20,000 pesos, tapos nawala na yung kaibigan namin. Hindi na namin alam kung nasaan.
Mm.
So, I mean, you learn from those mistakes. Sometimes it's a heavy price to pay, but sometimes that has to happen to you para to wake you up. It's a wake-up call.
Pero ano naman, not everyone.
Not everyone.
No,
Not everyone has that luxury of losing that much money.
Yeah, at
di
the
ba?
same time, syempre, you're talking about kasi bata ka pa noon.
Oo.
Eh what if kung 60 ka na?
Yeah.
Retirement fund mo ang mawala. Kaya guys, mag-ingat-ingat
Yeah.
po kayo, no? Ito yung how it works, eh. Let's just educate people, no? Kasi nga, this is where you see financial literacy is very important, eh. Di ba? Do you believe that financial literacy is
Oh,
very
yes.
important?
Yes.
Oo.
Unfortunately, a lot of our kababayans are not financially literate. Hindi ba? They just sumasama lang sila sa trends, sa bandwagon. Kasi sinabi to ng kaibigan mo, at saka ngayon, Chinks, ang mga nanloloko sa'yo, minsan kaibigan mo pa ang nanloloko sa'yo. That's why you really have to be very, very, very cautious. Hindi ba? Pag nagbibigay ka ng pera, ako magbibigay ako na lang ng pera sa bangko. O sa kaibigan, ibibigay ka ng 2% a month, 5% a month. Nako, scam na yan mga kaibigan.
Ayan na, you heard,
Scam na yan.
you heard it directly.
Kung may interest rate,
Oo.
returns of 2 to 5%,
Per
nako,
month,
scam na
ah.
yan. Oh,
Ito speaking from experience na yan, guys. And ito lang, para ma-convince kayo, para hindi pa kayo Kasi mga iba, pag kumikita, hindi sila naniniwala, nababayaran ako eh. This is how it works. Kunyari, 5%, di ba? Babayaran ka 6 months.
Oo.
So, 5% times 6 months, di may 30% ka. 30% ang yield mo. Ang mangyayari niyan, kunyari meron kang 100,000, may 5,000 a month ka. So, may 30,000 ka na.
yeah.
130 na pera mo. Question, will you pull out o iro-roll mo?
Oh, of course, iro-roll ko, di ba?
Hindi mo lang iro-roll. Alam mo, magagawin pa ng iba. Magdadagdag.
Dagdag pa.
Oo.
Alam mo, walang 2 to 5% interest a month. Imposible. Scam talaga yan. Scam. Kasi kung bangko, ang pinakamataas, kung
Oo.
corporate bond or time deposit,
Per year, ah?
per year, 6%.
Oo.
6% na yan. Tanggalin mo yung withholding tax, 5%. Pero there's no such thing as
Oo.
24% or even 30%
Or 60%.
interest or even 60% per annum. Wala.
Pero how does it work? Ito yung ginagawa nila. Ito yung parang style nila. Yung 100,000 binigay mo. 5,000 binibigay sa every
A month.
month.
Oh, post-dated checks.
Oo, so you got 30,000. Whose money did they return?
Someone else's money.
No, your money. You gave me 100.
Oo.
I gave you back 30,000. I still have 70 eh.
That's right, man. Oh.
Siyempre naman, pumasok na yung greed eh. Always remember this. When greed sets in, logic goes out. So, lalabas ka pa. Doon ka na mapipiramid. And then sinabi ni Rico, pakinggan nyo ito mabuti. The people who are closest to you, you trust most, are the people who can hurt you most.
Yes, I agree. After that experience, kaibigan ko siya sa eskwelahan. Oh my gosh, got burned, disappeared. Now I don't trust anybody. I only trust my bank financial
Tama.
advisor.
Right now, syempre, ang dami mo rin nakausap ng mga business people, normal na interview mo. Ano yung mga, pakituro mo naman sa amin yung mga investment strategies na natutunan mo, na ina-apply mo sa sarili mo.
Investment strategy. Ang ginagawa ko talaga, nagtatabi talaga ako for the rainy day, di ba? Nilalagay ko lang yan sa time deposit. Tapos kung meron lang akong extra cash, then I will invest it in a blue chip stock
Oh.
in the stock market.
Oh.
So, of course, we all know what are the blue chip companies, right? We have the hindi ko nasasabihin. Pero after that, I invested also in art, just like you. No? Because we also see the appreciation of art.
Yung blue chip, ang ibig sabihin, mga stable companies.
Stable
yun.
companies. Malalaking kumpanya.
Oo, tubig, kuryente, pagkain.
Utilities.
Oo. Yung mga yun. So, kahit na bumagsak ang presyo niyan, pero in time, babalik at babalik yan.
Babalik yan.
Ang matindi nun yung nangyari sa Jollibee. If you can still recall. That was, 3 to 4 years, bumagsak siya because they overexpanded and they bought several companies. Oo, baksak na baksak yung Pero ngayon, tignan mo naman.
Oo, lahat. Tinan mo ngayon ng Filipino population. We're now 118 million people, di ba? So lahat yan, kumakain. Kaya mga negosyo na pinapasukan ngayon ng ating mga kababayan ay pagkain.
Uy, isa pang totoo ba? Ikaw na mag-verify. Ito, chichismis na tayo. Alam na alam to ni Rico. Since nasa news, ang isang malaking opportunity right now na hindi napapansin ng tao is yung sinabi ng papa mo, to invest in property.
Yes.
Kaso lang, it's too much. Pero ngayon, alam mo bang may REIT na? REIT?
Yes, mga REITs.
Oo.
Investment real estate REITs
Oo.
na nasa stock market.
Oo.
Yes.
Can you educate us ano ibig sabihin ng REIT?
Well, real estate investment trust basically is a fund of several properties of one company. Kasi meron silang office building sa Quezon City, sa Makati, may condo sila sa Pasay or sa Baguio.
Okay.
Pinapasok lahat yan, yung mga assets na yan, under a fund. At saka alam mo naman ang property dito, nag-appreciate yan eh. Hindi naman bumabagsak ang presyo. Even during the pandemic,
Yes, tumaas.
tumaas lang ang presyo ng mga properties, hindi nga bumagsak.
Tama.
So pinagsama-sama yan sa isang real estate investment trust fund na lilinista nila sa stock market. So kailangan, of course, in any investment, hindi ba, Chinky, kailangan mag-research ka.
Pag-aralan.
Hindi ka lang sumasabak at mag-i-invest ka. Hindi ba? Kasi yung pera na yan, nilalagay mo sa stock market o sa isang real estate investment trust fund, hindi naman yan bibilin mo ngayon tapos ibebenta mo sa isang buwan. It's for the long term.
Tama.
It's for our children. It's for our long-term investment.
Pero ang good news, tama ba ako? Correct me if I'm wrong, no? Na there are two ways you can make money from REIT. Number one, from dividends.
Yes. Oo.
O
May
kasi
mga dividendo yan.
every quarter nagre-release sila ng yung profit nila, binabalik nila sa mga investors. Ang balita ko per year, nag-average sila ng mga 6 to 8% return.
Oo.
On an annual basis. So, per quarter, mga nasa 2% or 1 plus percent. So, in other words, it beats already the normal na bangko.
Bangko, na time deposit.
Yes. And then number two, pag tumaas din yung shares na binili mo, kunyari, piso mo binili,
Correct.
tapos naging 150.
Oo. Doon ka rin kikita.
Exactly.
Hindi lang sa dividends, kundi rin sa pag-akyat ng stock price.
Oo. So, guys, kung kayo nakikinig ngayon, ano sinasabi ni Rico at saka ni Chinky na REIT? If you want to know more about REIT, I have already a session, a course that you would, we have experts. Ang nagturo doon si Rex Mendoza. Si Rex Mendoza
Si Rex.
is the one who's going to teach you guys. If you're interested to know more about that, type REIT na lang sa comment section. Padadala ko sa yung link for you to know more.
Oo.
So, ngayon, okay. So, property, tapos time deposit. Now, yung arts.
Ayan.
Ito ako naman, just to FYI, I started in the art collection in 2018 lang. Si Rico started when?
1991.
1991. Okay?
Oo.
So, can you just inform us of one purchase that you made that time, okay? Wag na sabihin peso value.
Oo.
Gusto lang namin ilang beses na siya nag-multiply.
Well, at that time, talagang binuhos ko talaga lahat yun. That's where that was, I would say, a high-risk investment. Kasi yung savings ko, dun ko talaga binuhos. Dun ko talaga binuhos because I was so confident that that artwork na binili ko would really appreciate
Anong
through the
pangalan ng
decades.
artist na? Pangalan ng artist na?
Ben Cab.
Ben Cab.
Oo.
He's a national artist right
National
now.
Artist for the Visual Arts.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
1991 yan.
binili mo.
Binili ko. Hindi ko nasasabihin ng presyo.
Of course!
Oo.
Oh. Kunyari, piso lang yun.
Piso lang. Oo.
Ngayon, magkano na value ngayon? Kung sa piso.
Kung piso, maybe it's worth about 100 pesos. Mga 80 pesos. 80 pesos na ngayon.
80 times.
80 times.
1991 to 2024. Ilang years yun? Mga 30 to 40?
Yeah, 30 years. 33 years.
But in 33 years, hindi ka imposible na mag-80 times ang pera mo sa bangko.
Hindi, imposible.
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 Imposible, hindi naman posible naman sa business, pero mahirap na i-80 times mo
Yeah.
ang pera mo sa negosyo.
Oo.
Kasi hindi ka na-stress eh. Nakasabit lang yan eh.
Nakasabit lang. Ina-appreciate mo. Hindi ba?
So, kunyari, kung 100,000 yan, ay, hindi ko naman sinabi na 100,000 bili mo. 100,000 yan, times mo ng 80 times, magkano na yun? 8 million? Tama? 8 million. Eh kung 100,000.
Grabe naman. Ganun ba?
Oo.
Hindi ko naman alam na ganun yung appreciation ng painting sa wall ko.
Grabe. And then, grabe talaga when I had an opportunity to visit him and then saw his private collection. Sabi ko, I'm just really deeply offended, guys, mga kaipunan. Yung mga dinidream ko na magkaroon ako ng peace, nasa CR niya! Sabi ko, this is
Pero,
not...
alam mo, Chinky, partner ko rin dito yung asawa ko.
Paano?
Oo. Kasi, ang focus ko talaga was Ben Cab. Pero pagkatapos nun, there were other artists na sinabi ko, bakit should we collect that artist? Kasi sinabi ng misis ko, don't worry, Rico. Maganda yan.
Magaling siya.
Magaling. Magaling. May eye yung misis ko.
Oh.
May eye. So, alam mo, nung walang bumibili ng Jose Santos III,
Uy, oo, oo.
si John Santos,
Oh, John.
sinabi ng misis ko, bilhin ko. Nung walang bumibili ng Marcos Tignani,
Oo.
sinabi ng misis ko, Rico, bilhin mo yan.
Grabe.
Nung walang bumibili ng Elmer Berlongan,
Ay!
sabi niya sa akin, bumili. Isa pa, Andres Barrio Pinto. Walang masyadong bumibili.
Grabe, guys.
Oh, di ba? But it's all a risk. It's all a risk, Kinky. Hindi mo talaga alam kung papatok sila or will they become eventually superstars in the visual art world.
Pero the worst thing that...
It was just appreciation
Yeah.
for the artwork.
Pero, yun nga, ang pinaka-worst na naman mangyayari, kunyari, binili mo, gusto mo. Diba? Linagay mo dyan. And then, the worst can, after so many years, you can sell it at the
Yes,
same price.
yes.
Diba? Kung hindi talaga siya nag-work.
Oo.
Diba?
Yes, that's right.
Pero ito yung na-realize ko, correct me if I'm wrong naman. Guys, kung gusto nyo pasukan tong art scene na ito.
Pero kailangan talaga may mata ka, tsaka nagtatanong ka.
Mm-mm.
Wag ka lang bumili. Pero you know what? Ginawa rin namin yun at in the beginning na bumili lang kami kasi nagustuhan namin.
Tama.
Oo.
Pero ang reality, tama ba, may nagsabi sa akin, kahit sa 10 binili mo, 8 hindi siya maganda. Tumama ka lang sa isa o dalawa. It pays for everything.
Pays for everything. That's true. That's very true, Chinky.
Kaya guys, kung gusto niyo naman matuto ng arts, pero ito, passion naman namin to.
Passion,
lang.
passion.
Hindi ito, I'm willing to teach you for free. Libre yan, libre. Kasi yung pag-teach ko sa profession ko yan vocation ko yan Pero pag sa art, libre po yan. So kung interesado ka, willing to teach you. Pero syempre, kailangan may pera ka.
Oo. Art appreciation first, tapos art investment.
Oo.
Tapos of course, pinasukan din natin ang mga art toys. Hindi ba? Art toys rin, may appreciation din yan. But you just have to know which ones to collect. Hindi lahat.
Type art sa comment section sa mga interesado. Ulitin ko dapat may pera. Hindi yung pwedeng, ay gusto ko ng art pero walang pera. Tsaka ka na lang.
Huwag ka humiram para bumili ng artwork.
Exactly.
Huwag kang humiram ng pera.
So, grabe, no? Alam mo, this interview of ours, Rico, has gone so many directions.
Oo.
In sense of your career, tapos yung pinagdaanan mo sa McDo, and then, yun nga, tapos paano ka na-recognize international. You have gone a long, long way.
And I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord, Chinky, for this opportunity that I've had in my career.
Oo.
Hindi ba? I always thank Him. Thy will be done.
Oo.
You know, and He is always at the center of
Mm.
our lives in our family. I also serve in church, as a Eucharistic minister. I'm also a lector and commentator. I'm also a part of the singing ministry. So talagang, and also I was a sacristan. So I devoted my life also to the Lord
Galing.
in my whole life.
So would you say yung ano mo rin, yung spiritual person mo has really made a big factor?
Oh yes, it's very strong. I always pray to Him. You know, I pray for family, I pray for friends. It's very important that we also communicate with Him directly on a daily basis. Di ba? Sometimes when we feel that we're lost and we need help, He's always there for us. He's everywhere.
Siguro ito lang because of what you just mentioned. Kasi may mga taong nanonood ngayon na sinasabi, si Rico naman maayos ang buhay, magandang buhay. Hindi naman naghirap yan sa pera. Pero ang hirap kasi, hindi lang in forms of money. Meron siyang mental, emotional,
and spiritual.
Oo. Kaya kung if I would have to ask you, ano siguro pinakamahirap na ikaw personally na dinaanan mo? Kasi everything seems to be so perfect in your life . Di ba kahit may
No, nothing's perfect.
Yeah,
Nothing's perfect.
Yeah,
no?
may pinagdaanan.
We all have challenges in our lives. My mom passed away 10 years ago. My aunt, who is also very close to me, the sister of my mom, passed away 9 years ago. So, I mean, we all go through a lot of challenges in our lives, also within the family dynamics. My life is not also a bed of roses.
Ano yung pinakamahirap para sa'yo?
Pinakamahirap?
I know it's a tough question.
Yeah, it's a tough question. And I don't know if I can reveal it.
Oo.
Hindi ba? But I think that we really need family support to be able to face these hurdles in our life. I am very blessed, but of course, I pray a lot that I will be able to overcome and face the current challenges that I have also. Not only in the career, but also in the family.
Oo. Alam mo guys, ito lang pagdating na sa pamilya, yan ang pinakamahirap. Kahit alam mo yung sagot, ang daming factors na kailangan i-consider. Yung relational, di ba, minsan honor and respect.
Yes.
It's really very, very difficult.
Always honor thy father, honor thy parents, hindi ba? Never fight them.
You
And
mean-
always respect them and love them till the end of their lives.
Alam mo, makikita mo talaga na si Rico talaga, very mapagmahal sa magulang. At saka, yun nga, nung sinabi ng tatay mo na umuwi ka, kahit na gusto mo yung career mo doon, bumalik ka.
Yeah, kahit talagang it was difficult for me to come back for my dad kasi he's all alone. Nag-iisa na lang siya. I would like to be there for him in his twilight years, as they say.
Paano naman yung mga taong nakikinig at nanonood ngayon na probably na hindi maganda ang relasyon sa kanilang ama, di ba? What would you tell them?
Reconcile. Kailangan talaga mag-usap kayo and try to find common ground if you have differences of opinion within the family. But sometimes you will always have that black sheep, hindi ba? In any family, right? But you always have to find common ground. Try to communicate, open communication lines. But if it's difficult, then thy will be done. You just have to lift it up to the Lord for them to be able, for the Lord to intercede and help resolve the relationship.
Buti hindi kayo umabot sa point na nagkaroon kayo ng disagreement also with your dad.
No. Me, as much as possible, I don't have disagreements with him. Kahit na sinasabi niya sa akin, pag nakikita ko siya, Rico, may utang ka pa sa akin. Sabi ko sa kanya, Daddy, mahal kita. I'm here for you. O sige, ipagpaliban mo na yung utang mo sa akin.
Ano yun? Talagang may utang ba?
May utang talaga ako. Well, alam mo naman, he's 96, hindi ba? Minsan ulyanin na. Tapos sasabihin niya, may utang ka sa akin. Meron talaga akong utang. Maybe mga 50,000 pesos.
Oo.
Luma na yung utang na yon. Pero
Oo.
lagi niyang nare-remember. And yan ang parang karinyo brutal niya sa akin. Di ba? May utang ka sa akin, di mo pa binabayaran. Next week na lang, sa susunod na lang.
Can you give an advice na siguro to young people out there right now who has probably a bad relationship with their father, no? While they're still alive, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Oo. Yan kasi yung pinakamahirap eh. Yung minsan, we want to honor them pag wala na.
To be able to bridge the gap, no,
Mm.
in terms of differences, is that what you really need to do is to communicate without any conditions. Kailangan talaga pag reconciliation unconditional eh.
Mm.
Unconditional. And you want to reconcile, you want to mend fences because it's sincerely what you want to do and you don't want anything in return.
Kasi pagka bibilangin talaga natin yung hurts,
Oo,
mahirap eh.
mahirap.
Alam mo, ito lang guys, no, while you're saying this, it reminds me of my personal relationship with my dad. Alam mo ba, Rico, at sa mga kaiponaryo, nung lumaki ako, hindi ako naka-experience ng words of affirmation. I've never heard my father told me that he loves me. And I can never recall that he hugged me. Kasi especially for Filipino-Chinese, very stoic eh.
Yeah.
And then, alam mo, may nagsabi sa akin that really changed my perspective. Alam mo, bakit ganun ang father mo na the reason why he cannot give love to you because he never received love from his father, which was true.
That's why you have to give that love to him.
Exactly. Yun yung sinabi sa akin.
Yeah. Well, alam mo yung father ko ganun rin eh. Hindi siya, how would you call this?
Expressive.
Expressive.
Oo.
Hindi siya expressive. It's just only over maybe the past decade that I would really hug him. Kasi ako yung youngest eh. So parang, hindi ba? You have the eldest, tapos 2 children. Parang, I wasn't even spoiled eh. Lahat hand-me-down eh. So what I would do now is I would really go to him and hug him. Hey, love you. Hindi ba? Love you, I'm always here for you. Hug him.
Grabe.
Ayan, tapos now he reciprocates.
Oo nga.
Di ba?
Exactly, that's what I did also. Pero ito lang nga, short lang. I just felt na kailangan ko kwento to. So, yun nga, tumiming ako one time, hirap din ako. Nanood siya ng TV, kami dalawa lang. Pa, meron akong gusto sabihin sa'yo. Kaya, ano, love you. Ha? Love you. Ha? Wala. And na timing, 60-year-old siya, birthday. So I took the opportunity to honor him in public.
Yes.
And to say in public that I love him.
Yeah.
And I approach him and I hug him. You know what happened when I hug him? Gumanon siya. Nahirapan siya.
Nahirapan siya. Kasi hindi siya sanay.
Yes. Pero you know what the miracle was? Guys, ang miracle, after that, after 60, whenever I visited my dad, he never fails to tell me that he loves me. Grabe talaga yung he went on dialysis for 12 years. Every time when we want to visit him, hindi siya nagpe-fail na to tell us he loves us. He will hug us. Kaya guys, itong episode na ito, I didn't know na, yun nga, since you brought this up, the reason why your parents are like that, it's not their fault because they don't know any better. They never received it also from their parents. Since ikaw nakakaalam ka ngayon, mas marami kayong alam eh. Alam niyo naman sa social media, di ba? I think it's about time for you to give it back to your parents.
Yes. Don't wait for them to give it to you. You give it to them. Well, it's never too late, mga kababayan. It's never too late. Do it now.
So, last na, para sa mga taong who's aspiring to be just like you, ano yung ma-advise mo?
Wow! Ang importante dyan talaga, mga kababayan, if you want to be a credible journalist, kailangan number 1 talagang a lot of hard work. Tsaka you have to read. Importante talaga yan. Read. All issues across the board. Huwag lang kayong mag-specialize in one topic. Politics lang. Kailangan politics, business and finance, art and culture, entertainment, sports, micro, small, and medium enterprises. Lahat. Magbasa lang kayo. It's not difficult. Inculcate, imbibe all this knowledge. And of course, what's really important, Chinky, is also, of course, the skill of writing. The skill of writing and, of course, communicating the news. And we always have to be credible journalists. We cannot report misinformation and fake news. Huwag tayong marites, huwag tayong mag-embellish, huwag tayong gumawa ng storya. We only have to deliver and report the news, the facts, as it happens.
Parang napakinggan ko na yun, as it happens.
News you can use, news you can trust.
Yes. Guys, ito lang yun nga, yung parang pag sinabi natin, learn, di ba? Kailangang matuto ka. Oo, kung kahit wala ka sa news, pag-aralan mo yung industry mo, na hindi lang dapat isa alam mo. Yun yung sinasabi mo eh.
Yes.
Di ba? Iba-ibang industry eh.
Iba-ibang industry.
Oo.
Pero if you want to focus on, let's say, one particular industry, then really know it inside out. Be an expert.
Yeah.
I don't think that's difficult. Huwag tayo tamad. We have to continue educating ourselves. Ako, 58 na ako. Parang araw-araw, pumapasok pa rin ako sa eskwelahan. I want to keep on learning, not only from what I read, but also from my colleagues. And never stop asking questions. Huwag kayong mahiya. Kung wala kayong alam, magtanong kayo. Kahit na walang, maybe, for you personally, doesn't mean walang katuturan, di ba? Magtanong pa rin kayo. Because that question can give you more answers to having meaning in your life.
Guys, ito lang I just want to give my honest outsider perspective after talking to you right now. You know, Rico, why you're so successful? Because you are so humble. I hope you will accept yung
Thank you.
humble in the sense na sinabi mo na, yun nga, in spite of your status in life, di ba? You're humble enough to go through, yun nga, yung mga maliliit na trabaho. Di ba? Hindi ka namimili.
Hindi.
Despite of your success that you have achieved, that no ordinary person can achieve, di ba? You remain humble to admit that you don't know everything. Guys, gusto niyo maging successful? Matuto ka magpakumbaba.
And always, Chinky, pag magkamali ka, admit that you made a mistake.
And make no excuses.
And learn
Oo.
from your mistakes. Kasi kahit sa ating industriya, sinasabi nila, magaling ka na. Kaya mo nang gawin lahat. No.
Nagkakamali tayo.
Lagi tayo nagkakamali. And we always have to listen to constructive criticism. We have to always keep an open mind. And we can learn even from the Gen Zs and from the millennials. It doesn't mean kasi na we'll come from the Gen X generation. Well, of course, we're experienced. Marami tayong alam. Especially now, things are changing. We live in a different world.
And the second thing, if you want to be like him, ito na yun. Basang-basa ko na I don't know if we will agree also. Aside from humility, humility to learn, humility to be corrected, humility to upgrade, and the reason why you're successful, because you're the best. You are the best at what you're doing. Imagine if you are the best cardiologist here in the Philippines, somebody suffered a heart attack, who will they call? Di ba?
Yeah.
They will call you.
Yeah.
So if they call you, you can name your
Price.
Exactly. Di ba?
Yeah.
Grabe. Alam mo, itong episode natin na ito, talagang is very revealing for me. If there's only one thing that I can get from you, that I can apply in my life, is humility. And number 2, focus on becoming the best. And ito pang third bonus.
Be the best version of yourself.
Exactly. Not comparing yourself with
Not
others.
comparing with other people.
Ang third na talagang ko sa kanya, ito na-reveal din ngayon because of his solid faith and relationship with God. Because I do believe, apart from God, we are nothing. You can be humble, you can be the best, but if God doesn't allow it to happen, di ba? Yung awards na yan, ang dami mong competition. Hindi mo pwede sabihin kasi humble ako, magaling ako. No. Pag hindi pinahintulutan ni Lord, wala pa rin yan.
That's true. It's faith, it's blessings from Him. But if it doesn't happen, then
Thy kingdom.
thy will be done.
Exactly.
Thy will be done. We just continue to work hard on our craft as journalists and as professionals.
Rico, ikaw isang tao siguro, no, na hindi mo habit mag-complain. Would you say that?
Yes, I don't complain a lot.
You know why? Because you understand it.
You have to understand also what the other person or the other party is feeling.
Not only that, you understood the principle of thy kingdom come and thy will be done. Diba? Many are the plans in our hearts, but in the end, it's not our plan that prevails.
It's God's plan.
Oo. Minsan, di ba, parang naghihingi tayo, Lord, bakit? Di ba, pinag-pray ko to hanggang ngayon wala pa. Pera na naging bato pa. If that is your perspective, guys, listen to me. You have to change your prayer. My kingdom come and my will be done. Kaya ang sinasabi mo, Lord, thy kingdom come. Lord, kung anong gusto mo, ikaw masusunod.
Yes.
Ginawa ko, walang nangyari. Lord, maraming salamat. Alam ko may mas maganda kang plano.
Correct.
Agree?
Yes, agree. Well, ganyan rin nangyari over the past 5 months, no?
Oo.
Nagsara yung CNN.
Oo.
Sabi ko, marami na kumakausap sa akin.
Oo.
Akala ko papunta na ako sa network na ito, papunta na ako dito, papunta na ako dito. Tapos, wow, iba na ngayon ang career ko. Nag-shift.
Oo. Sige, ito yung last reveal na.
Oo.
Saan na kaya ngayon si Mr. Rico Hison? Where are you right now?
Well, I am now with SM Investments, which is the parent company of the
All.
C family.
Oo.
Yes. From banks to property to malls and portfolio investments. So, well, I am humbled. From senior anchor, I am now senior vice president for corporate relations
Wow.
at SM Investments. I am totally, wow.
Grabe.
I was floored and humbled by this appointment.
Because you're humble, you're the best, and then you have God in your life.
God in my life. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Before we end, and I congratulate him. Grabe tong session natin na ito.
Galing.
It took a really different
Learning so much. Also from you, Chinks.
No, it's my pleasure. Guys, ito lang off the air lang nag-uusap kami. Parang this is very surreal in a moment na syempre iba yung goal ko and agenda na hindi ko alam na I will see the soft side and the real side of Ngayon, kasi guys, kung ikaw gusto mong maging successful talaga sa buhay, alamin mo yung what makes the person successful. Don't only look at the result. Ay, galing-galing niyang yaman-yaman niya. Pero pag hindi mo alam yung power, source niya, sayang. Hindi mo marireplicate. Now, we know. Pero ngayon, challenge natin. Si Rico, syempre, magaling mag-ipon to eh. Tunay na iponaryo.
Ayan, iponaryo.
Ito, ipon cards.
Okay.
Ito, may 60 cards yan.
Yeah.
Pipili ka ng isang card.
Isang card.
Oo, para malaman mo kung magkano iipon mo for today.
Ayan.
Basa.
1K peso challenge. Maghulog lang ng 1,000 sa iyong ipon box para makumpleto ang ipon challenge.
Yes,
Yan.
oo. So,
Yes.
that's the challenge for today. Kunyari, yun pipiliin.
Yes,
And
oo.
then challenge your son. Oo. Tapos ilalagay mo dito yung yung 1,000 dito.
1,000, oo.
Tapos dito, meron siyang shadean. 1,000.
1,000 bill. Yeah,
Oo,
one.
500. So one shade siya.
One shade lang, oo.
So the good thing about this, even hindi pa niya na-open to, malalaman na niya kung
Every day.
every day or every other day.
Every
Oo.
other day. Ako, salamat.
Isa pa.
So today, maglalagay na ako ng 1,000 pesos.
Yes.
Next,
Yan. Read.
Body Parts Challenge. 10 mga daliri, kamay at paa, 2 tenga, 2 mata, ilong na maganda dahil 25 ang total kapag in-add mo ang mga body parts. 25 pesos muna ang ihulog mo sa ipon box. Nako, ang ganda nito.
So, it's a fun way of di ba?
Oo.
Oo. So, masaya lang siya.
Ako, maraming salamat. Tapos ito, ipapasok ko dito yung
20, ayan.
20 peso bill.
Hindi, yan na lang. 20
Dito,
or 50 na lang.
Ayan,
Oo.
20 or 50.
Yeah. And last but not the least, I'll give you also, syempre, lahat ng mga books ko. Yung 6 books, nandito
Wow,
na.
salamat.
Yeah.
Kaya pala napaka-successful mo.
Bakit?
Ha?
Bakit?
Because of your publishing, because
Oo.
of your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know, Chinky, you're really teaching and
Mm.
educating a lot of our kababayans how to save.
Yeah.
Financial literacy is so important now among our
Yeah.
fellow Filipinos. Hindi lang dito, even abroad.
Salamat.
Oo, importante talaga. You really have to save for the future.
Tama.
Hindi lang natin pwedeng isipin kung anong gagastusin natin ngayong araw na ito, bukas, or the next week. You always have to think medium to long term. And you have done that.
Salamat. Guys, please, okay, let's follow also. Si Rico pala, di ba you have your own social?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, rico.hison. That's on Instagram. Meron na rin akong
TikTok.
TikTok.
Oo.
TikTok, Rico Hison. At saka meron rin akong Facebook page, Rico Hison.
Maraming salamat.
Nako, maraming salamat.
No, Rico, it's really an honor.
Brother,
Pleasure. Yeah.
brother.
No,
Brother
guys,
Chinky.
I hope na you appreciate this episode. Kung na-appreciate nyo tong episode na ito, please type appreciate and also send Rico a message. DM nyo siya and then share also what you have learned, how it made an impact in your life right now. And guys, maraming salamat for tuning in. As I always say in my program, tamang karunungan, tamang disiplina po ang susi sa pagyaman.
Too good to be true? It's not true. Too big of an income? It's probably not true also. If everything's happening too fast, red flag.
Huwag kang papasok sa isang bagay na hindi mo naintindihan at naunawaan. Oo nga, pwede mo nga i-risk yun, pero hindi mo alam.
Di mo alam. True wealth is not really about money, believe it or not for me.
Huwag kang maghanap ng negosyo na gusto mong gawin. Maghanap ka ng negosyo na magaling kang gawin.
Money makes you execute things, but money is not everything.
The reason why God wants to bless you and me so that we can become a blessing to others.
The more you try to hold on to money, the more it goes away. The more you invest money, the more you share it with people, the more you give it. For some reason, it comes back.
Kapatid, dahil mo ba magsimula ng sarili mong negosyo pero hindi mo alam kung paano at saan ka magsisimula? Alam mo, marami ang gusto magsimula ng negosyo pero karamihan nahihirapan at natatakot. Natatakot na malugi, natatakot na baka mag-fail, natatakot na pagtawanan. Pero ito, totoo. Unang kailangan mo laman talaga kung saan ka magaling. Number 2, dapat ito ay something that you are passionate about. Na ginagawa mo kahit di ka bayaran, yung paano naubos ang oras mo na hindi mo napapansin. Pangatlo, tanungin mo rin kung ano ang hugot mo. Para saan ba ginagawa mo ito? Ito ba ay para sa pamilya, para sa sarili? So, know your why. Kung alam mo itong tatlo na ito, kung saan ka magaling, that's number 1. Number 2, ano yung gusto mo talagang gawin, yung enjoy ka. At number 3, kung alam mo anong hugot mo, maniwala ka. Makakamit mo na ang pangarap mo. Now, alam mo na yung what and why, alam mo ba yung how? Magsimula. If you do not know how to start, launch, and grow your business, naku, inaaniyahan ko kayo na sumali sa isang special na session na kasama ko po si Boss RDR para malaman nyo pa ang higit na detalye kung paano namin kayo matutulungan. I-click na lang ang link sa ibaba and I will see you there.